Guys, so Sasquatch Prospector here. Look at it, Duffey Lake Road, the mountains, the coast mountains, all the snow. It's like late May, there's still snow. See the glaciers up in the mountains, guys? So those are all glaciers. When I say glaciers, like, you know, snow accumulating on the mountains and the pressure of the snow pushing it down the mountain, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Glaciers, look at all that snow all up top here, all along. You can see the snow line. It's gradually moving up the mountain, but all those gulches and valleys. This is Duffey Lake. Beautiful Duffey Lake. Cayush Creek Gold Rush, guys. We're up in the Cayush Mountains. We've passed Cayush Creek several times. The Cayush Creek bridges. Really, really cool, guys, Cayush Creek. Cayush Creek Panning Reserve down in Lillooet there. There's a panning reserve. That's really fun to go to. So we'll check that out. But we're basically just making our way towards Lillooet through the coast mountains. We went left Pemberton. We went up the switchbacks. We're now driving across the mountains. And then we're going to come down pretty soon into Lillooet. Good old Lillooet, guys. I love Lillooet. But as we're coming down the switchbacks into Lillooet, we'll pass the Golden Cache, guys. Arthur Knoll. It was a hard rock mine, a little bit up Cayush Creek, like kind of towards where the big switchbacks are on the mountain. I'll see if I can point it out. Just awesome, guys. Awesome. It's an awesome drive. It's really fun scenery right now because the snow is still here and it's not too cold. It's about 12 degrees. Cayush Creek Gold Rush and the Golden Cache, that's gonna kind of be our big thing here. So guys, we're prospecting up in these mountains, looking for gold at Cayush Creek and all the creeks, right? Basically, how it works when you're prospecting is you find a valley or someplace that might have gold in it that you think is gonna have good color. And then you pan the river and then you don't get color, you keep moving. And then you go all the tributaries of the river, so the creeks and streams. So like those gulches there, you'd go up that gulch, and then you'd go up that gulch, and then you'd go up that creek, or that gulch, or that creek, right? And what these guys would do, like Harry McDame, or Henry McDame, depending on what you think about, he was a mine finder. So there's different types of prospecting. So there's guys that'll prospect for themselves to get a mine, and then they'll start placer mining and do that whole show. And then there's guys, they call them mine finders. And these guys specialize in prospecting for mines, and then they'll find the mine, and then what they'll do is they'll sell the prospect to a miner. So they'll come, you know, Rossland or wherever you are, right, in British Columbia. Let's say you're a mine finder prospector, and you walk up in the mountains, prospect every creek and stream up the valley as you go, and you find something. You get some good colors. Well, you stake it, head back into town, record it. So then it's your claim. And then what you do is you go and sell it. You go talk to people, go, oh, I got this claim, you know, up this creek. You guys might want to try mining it. I got some good color. And then depending on who you're talking to, you guys will say, oh no, I don't want it, or yeah, I want it. And they'll buy it off you. Another trick that guys used to do, swindlers would do to guys, is guys would have claims, and a lot of miners were illiterate and they couldn't read. They didn't speak good, like they couldn't read and write. So they'd make you sign contracts, and guys would sign them without reading them, without knowing like what they were signing away. And they basically sign away all their mineral rights and have no recourse to get them back, right? That was a common thing because, like I said, a lot of miners, like Billy Barker, he was illiterate, right? A lot of them, they couldn't read, they couldn't write, they weren't educated, right? It was hard back then. So being a mine finder was a huge way to make a lot of money without having to actually do any mining or any work. Like kind of what I do on the channel, right? Showing everybody like different areas, like, you know, areas that have been forgotten, potential prospects. Like that's mine finding, guys. It's just promoting a prospect of what a mine could be, right? So yeah, anyways, we're gonna continue on the road now. So this is Seton Lake, guys. This was the lake I was telling you about last time. Over 1,000 feet deep in parts, guys. This is a deep lake. Very, very deep lake. That's the train that takes you over to Seton Portage and Shaleth. But that's Seton Lake, guys. And then the Seton Dam is just like right over there. But yeah, guys, this is Lillooet, all dry. So it was wet and like very rainforest coast weather. Now it's more dry, sagebrush, desert. And not a traditional desert, but for Canada, this is a pretty dry, rugged desert area. That's Seton Lake, guys. And then we're up top there at the Cayush Break Check. I flew the drone. I was trying to find the golden cache, guys, see if I could find any remnants of Arthur Knowles' hard rock mine, because they believe that the placer diggings from Cayush Creek come from around there, right? Cayush Creek is a huge gold creek, guys. It had its own rush. It was part of the... Lillooet had 3 gold rushes at the time. Well, back in the day, we had the Fraser River rush, and then the Bridge River, which I talked about. Make sure you check my Bridge River videos out. And then, of course, the Golden Cache going up Duffey Lake Road. Arthur Knoll on the Golden Cache, guys. That was... And it was a hard rock mine. It was hard. Not much came of that, and he was kind of one of the only guys that really was looking, but there's a few other guys. But it wasn't a big rush. The big rush for the mining was the placer rush, Cayush Creek, that comes down into Lillooet and meets the Fraser, right? Tributary of the Fraser. And that creek, that area, that's now the Panning Reserve. Yeah, guys, just a little bit of background on everything. But that's Seton Lake. Make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment, hit that bell icon to get notified, and Sasquatch Prospector out.